29 weeks, so I'm actually entering my 30th week, but I'm 29 full weeks pregnant, which is a little terrifying. So second week of the third trimester. I actually lost a whole week of my life last week. Since last time I posted, I think I mentioned I'd had a migraine the day before. Well, they came back with a vengeance, and I've basically spent the whole week in bed, minus a couple of hours in the evening when I felt better. So yeah, that was pretty disappointing because I had epic plans for my liste de naissance, my baby wish list. Still can't find the word in English. I'm sure that is an actual baby registry. There it is. Yeah, so that's been really frustrating, and also migraines, which I'm not very good at headaches anyway, but migraines so painful that I actually threw up twice yesterday and once the day before. Couldn't keep my food down again, which is quite scary because you don't really know if something's gone wrong, or you don't know what to think. Is it something more serious, or is it just another pregnancy symptom that I'm unlucky with? We called the midwife yesterday. She said the only things you could do is call the doctor or present myself at A&E. And as I couldn't actually drive, and Morgan can't drive, the prospect of driving with a massive migraine was not really feasible. So I did neither. I stayed at home. I called my friend who's a midwife for a second opinion and cried down the phone to her, and she kind of told me the same thing. Basically, unless I have any other symptoms that are looking like they could be something else, like preeclampsia, so like swollen face, swollen hands, swollen feet, which I have none of so far, which is great. Pain under the ribs, which I don't have. Basically any of the other symptoms I don't have. I just have headaches and vomiting, but I think that was from the pain of the headache. So yeah, she said the only thing I could do is either speak to the doctor or go to the hospital, because then they would actually give me some stronger pain relief, which I don't really want to take anyway, but paracetamol is doing nothing. Anyway, I decided to make an appointment with my acupuncturist, who I've seen numerous times throughout my pregnancy. It's something I've done it once before and didn't think much of it when I was in Paris, so it's not something that I regularly partake in, but I found it to be literally a miracle cure, and now I wish I'd done it sooner in the week. I don't know why I waited so long. Anyway, I saw him last night and he sorted me out, and this morning I woke up without a headache for the first day. So I've got a bit of tension around the back of my head, and I promised my mum that I wouldn't do too much today, but I've already run around blitzing the apartment, because I just feel like I lost so much time this week. I've literally done nothing. Yesterday I could barely look at my phone to text people. So yeah, I probably have overdone it a little bit. Anyway, so that's been the past week. So I didn't do any sport. I barely got out of bed, basically been on bed rest, which is a shame because last Saturday I did a Saturday squad, which used to be my boot camp session, which I've now handed over to another PT who I work with, Mia. So I did that and felt amazing, even though it was really hard work, and was intent on doing it again last Saturday, but there was just no way. I just felt so dreadful, and I still haven't managed to do it. So I have got the video link, and I might try and do it maybe tomorrow, but I also might just try and join in on Saturday if I feel well enough this Saturday. So that is where I'm at. It does feel a little bit like I've had a very, very unlucky pregnancy, but as long as the baby's okay, then I don't feel like I can complain too much. even though it feels like all I do is complain, because whenever people ask me how I am, I'm always sick. But anyway, at least the baby is well. I went to my maternity meeting, rendezvous appointment last week on Thursday, just after I recorded the last video, and that was kind of manic. It was like an hour, over an hour long, which is great. It was a new midwife I haven't met before with the alternative team, and she was nice, but I had to get all of my appointments in the diary up until the birth now, which is great, but it was very like bam, 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 bam. And she told me off because I hadn't had my next blood test done, because I have to have my blood tested like every 3 to 4 weeks here, because I don't have the antibodies for toxoplasmosis, which is something that in the UK they don't really care about, but in France they do. And I don't know if it's because people eat a lot more raw foods, or I don't know where that comes from, but they're really, really fussy about it. But most people don't actually have it now. Most people test negative, so that means that everybody has to have this 3-week blood test, which is really time consuming, and I don't know how I'd fit it in if I was working full time, but I guess I'd have to. So yeah, when I went to have one of the tests, the woman was like, oh, it's the generation these days, you know, we were eating snails from the garden and blah blah blah. And so I think that they caught the virus or the bacteria, and it went through their system, and most people were positive. So the problem with having a negative result now is that if you catch it during pregnancy, it can harm the fetus, the baby. But like, if I haven't caught it in 33 years, the chances of catching it now are pretty low. But anyway, I guess it's good to be safe, and I don't have to pay for the blood test, so it's okay. But I do eat a lot of red meat. I've been around cats. I think it's more cat litter, but still. I eat unwashed food, salads and fruit, so I don't really know why I haven't managed to catch it. Maybe it's just a bacteria virus thing that's in decline now. Who knows? Anyway, so she told me off for not having had my next blood test done, and then gave me the results of my last blood test, which I'd had done 3 or 4 weeks previous, and came through that I was severely anemic. So I was kind of annoyed about that, because like, she could have called me and they could have checked my blood test results sooner, so I didn't spend the last month being extremely, extremely fatigued. Anyway, so I know now, and I have got iron tablets. I kind of suspected that anyway. I've just been so tired. So yeah, I got iron tablets, and I also had the flu vaccination done, and they do it for you at the pharmacy here. So I went off, had my flu vaccination, and then spent the whole weekend in like a completely drowsy stupor, which was awful as well. So when I didn't have a migraine, I felt like I wasn't with it, just couldn't pull myself together at all. She did tell me that I'd feel tired, and I said, oh, well, that's great, because I'm already anemic, so that's going to be like doubly tired. However, I actually feel much better now, tiredness wise, so I hope that the iron tablets are working. This will be like the 5th day that I've been taking them with vitamin C, which helps the absorption of the tablets. So fingers crossed that stays like that, and my headaches stay like this, non-existent. And yeah, I just want to really, like, people are like, oh god, I bet you can't wait till it's over. I don't want it to be over, because I'm totally unprepared at the moment to have a baby, and also I feel like it hasn't let up since my 6th week of pregnancy, so I kind of want a little break. I mean, it has let up, it's been up and down, but like every few days I almost feel like it's been like 80% sickness, 20% feeling okay. I kind of want to get myself together before the baby comes and feel like organised and on top of things a little bit, so that then I can be a new mum in a mess, without, I don't know what I'm trying to say. just like be prepared so that I can start again, because I know it's going to be really, really tiring and scary and wonderful and all the things, but I feel like I want to break from the pregnancy symptoms. But I probably won't get one. But anyway, it's only like 11 weeks to go, so I'm just going to keep going, keep suffering through, and hope that this one just keeps growing and stays healthy. I think my next appointment is my third scan, my ecography, in a couple of weeks' time. So I'm kind of eager to have that done, just to check that she's still doing okay in there. Okay, so that's that news. The midwife also helped me send off for my maternity leave. Just filled in my little paperwork and I sent that off. So I don't know if I'm going to hear back or how that works. I'm also supposed to receive, there's like two different things. You get maternity leave, which is paid by the day, and then there's also a kind of bulk payment that you get, and you get 1/2 from your 7th month and 1/2 after the baby's born. So I don't know when that will arrive. That would be useful because we've got a lot to buy. So yeah, I hope that that comes through. But that's quite a cool thing to have from France. I don't know. I need to find out if anybody knows the answer. You can write it below. How it works for like child support here. I don't know if there is child support after the baby's born. Something that I need to ask my friends about. But I know you get these 2 payments, and then also have maternity leave up until April. So that is that. Something else that happened this week is that I finally took the plunge and bought some maternity wear, so I can show you my maternity haul. I decided to go with H&M. Someone advised me, I really wanted to get some leggings that I could work out in, which is quite funny because I have not been able to work out since they arrived, so I've worn them once. And I looked at like some of the really nice brands, but I just feel like it's not feasible to pay the money for it when now I've only got 10 weeks left, 11 weeks left. So somebody told me that H&M's trousers are really good, so I thought I will give it a try, and I bought some stuff on the internet, which I never do because I never know my size, and I just probably, like a lot of other people, loads of stuff in my basket and then I get bored and I don't actually buy it. So I bought this top, which is like a pregnancy top, so it has like expandable sides for the bump, which I really, really love. I love anything grey. And then I bought the same in a beige, which is a little bit dull, but it will go well under a lot of jumpers and things. So they're both nice and long. This one's got to go in the wash, that's why. Excellent. Thank you. I bought these, which are workout leggings, and they have a nice mesh side, which is cool. And they've got a little bit of detail on them, and they also have this massive bit for your belly bump, which is really, you can see it's huge. So they fit really, really well. I've got quite big thighs, so I'm always a bit unsure about what sizes to get. The belly bit's a bit big even, which is great because it means that even when I've grown another 10 weeks or so, I will still be able to fit them on without it being like tight over my tummy. So they're really nice, and I really, really like them. They were only, how much were they? Oh, there's no price on these, but they weren't super expensive. I did get a large, and I'm glad I got a large actually. But The only thing is that they're not obviously going to fit me, well, hopefully they won't fit me very long after the birth, but I guess I can use them again in the future if I ever have another child. Then I bought 2 dresses which hopefully after lockdown I'll be able to wear, because I'll actually go somewhere and see some people and need to dress up. So I got this one, which I really like. It's really, really soft. It's like a crossover and really long. However, I didn't even realise this, but bonus, it's the breastfeeding top. So it's got like hole for boobies, which means I can, well, I will carry on wearing it anyway because it's tight, and it's got the breastfeeding pouch, which is awesome. So yeah, I love that, and it fits really well. And it's just a little bit like, it's still plain, but then it feels a little bit more dressy. I feel like all maternity wear is either really mumsy and twee, or really, really plain, like H&M. So I've gone for plain basics because I feel like they'll be useful in the future, and also they just were not that expensive. So didn't feel like, and I got like, I got a discount. I had a gift card that my friend bought me in the summer, so I used that, and I also got like a discount for like a first purchase. So I saved loads of money, which is great. And then I bought another long dress. This one's not a breastfeeding one, which I don't really think about, so it's more pregnancy, but I guess I could probably still whack a boob out. It's nice and long as well. Another beigey grey. I'm not very adventurous with my colours, but also they don't really have a lot of colours for maternity stuff, so I mean, it's not just me, it's just lost the way it is. So I got those, and then today, this came in like a second delivery. I got these, which are, you can see, go all the way over the belly, nice and stretchy, which is really good. Just for the house, because I've only got, I've got 2 pairs of yoga pants that I've got, and I have another pair of joggers that I got from Primark. I think I was wearing them in the last video, but the elastic band, like I have to put it underneath, and then it kind of makes me want to wee more than the baby already makes me want to wee. So I wanted like something else that I could wear, and also it's still really hot here, like you can see the sun. I think it's going to be, might even be already 21 today, which I'm not really used to, because like being in Paris, it's freezing cold in the winter. So we're like over halfway through November and it's still 21 degrees. So I needed something a bit lighter. I also treated myself to this in the supermarket, which is a little bit cheeky because it's definitely not an essential product. However, some of the essential products are actually non-essential products that they had taped off, like Brita filters and things, which I actually want because our water is disgusting here, were taped off, and this wasn't. So I took a little gamble and I got it, and it is, I'll show you. It's a little gel nail machine. They like doing my nails, but it always comes off really, really quickly because of washing up and stuff like that. So I wanted to try a gel nail one. And it was only like 38 euros, so it was a little treat to myself. And it works really, really well. It only takes 30 seconds per nail. Obviously you can put like 4 in at once. And it came with the colour, which is what I'm wearing now. Just a little bit more red than I thought, but it is a colour that I would generally wear. However, I then like decided to clean the oven. It was Sunday after I'd used it, and they all like chipped and peeled off, but they came off really easily, so I just redid them, and as you can see I've lost another one there. So longevity, not amazing. But I got this in Leclerc in the supermarket, and I know it's quite satisfying to have like my nails done when I can't go to the hairdressers, and I can't have my nails done, and I haven't had like any kind of grooming done for a very long time, so that's just going to keep me happy in the evenings. And this is the last thing I wanted to show you. I haven't even opened these. So I actually haven't looked this up, but I'm pretty sure it's to do with like deep vein thrombosis and swelling and stuff like that. So yeah, the time before or the last time that I went to the midwife, she prescribed me these, and I actually didn't realise I had to pay for them, which is a bit annoying, so I don't know if I'm going to get the money back, like refunded. They look really little like socks, but they're actually full like hold-ups. They're compression stockings, but like I kind of thought they would be tights that went like over the bump, and they're like these sexy like hold-ups, and they're actually amazing. Like if I'd known this when I was doing burlesque, I definitely would have got me some of these, because they do not come down. I'm supposed to wear them all day every day, obviously not. So I've got a pair of black ones and a pair of like nude beige ones. They're pretty tight, and they literally go all the way up to the top of my thighs. So yeah, they're really good, and they don't feel like they're ever gonna rip or anything. So I don't know, I might keep wearing them even after pregnancy. But so far I haven't really had any swelling of any kind, so I probably should wear them more, but it's a little hot. And also I've been laying down, obviously, all for the last week, so I've not really wanted to wear them. So there you go. That's those. I had to actually be measured for them as well, so I had the right size, and they do fit, so bravo the pharmacy. Oh, so somebody asked me in the comments if I had any embarrassing symptoms, and so far no, but I will keep you updated. I am not afraid to share, because I know that, well, and I'm hoping as well, just for breastfeeding purposes, that these are going to start leaking at some point, and I know that other people's have, so I am waiting for that. Nothing really embarrassing, just like in general I'm kind of gassy anyway, so I do this weird like hiccup burp after I've eaten, which I think I mentioned last week. It's really loud and obnoxious, but I can't control it. But it's not like a real burp, it's like it's kind of more of a like a one-off hiccup. So that happens. I'm not like any more hairy at the moment, I don't think. So I haven't had to deal with any excess hair, apart from the fact that I like can't see my downstairs now. So I tried to do a wax the other day, which kind of didn't happen because I couldn't really see what I was waxing. So yeah, I read that you can go and have like stand-up appointments at the beauty salon, but I'm not sure how I feel about doing that in France, and also it's lockdown, so I can't. So I'm just tidying as best as I can downstairs, but yeah, I haven't turned into a hairy beast yet, but this could all be stuff that comes in the 3rd trimester. I get nosebleeds, but not like full on gushy ones, but every single morning, like when I blow my nose, it's really, really bloody. Especially if I throw up as well. I think it just like pops all the blood vessels. So that's kind of gross, but not embarrassing. I'll be really honest, like I am wearing some panty liners because there's more going on down there than usual. And I think it's totally normal. I don't think it's like excessive, but yeah, I am wearing liners to protect my panties a little bit now because there is more fluid than usual. So yes, that's probably, it's not really embarrassing, but that's the only thing. I haven't like wet myself or anything yet. I'm not very good at doing my pelvic floor exercises. I do a couple a day. I know you're supposed to do like 3 sets, so that will probably be come back to bite me in the arse later. But I'll do what I can. Yeah, so for the moment, no. I haven't actually had very many embarrassing moments, which is good really. And also I haven't been out, so like I really haven't been anywhere to embarrass myself. I'm in the house the whole time or laying in bed. One thing that is really annoying is my snotty nose, which I know is like a mucousy pregnancy thing. So that's just frustrating more than anything. But that is it. Belly wise, I've got like a little can't really show you now. I'm losing my belly button, it's disappearing. There's like a little dark line underneath, but really nothing to shout home about. And so far, still no stretch marks. I did have a little worry that I'd seen some last week, but I'm using Palm's cocoa butter like for stretch marks, and my friends also bought me some really good stretch mark stuff, so when that's finished I'm gonna swap over to that. And I don't know if it's, to be honest, I don't know if that stuff works or not. I think it's more like your genetics and your skin and the flexibility in your skin and stuff. So obviously, like, I had quite a flat stomach before, and it has stretched a lot, but there's no stretch marks. I have stretch marks from when I was a teenager on my like hips and top of my thighs. You can't really see them that much, and not really anything on my boobs yet either, so we'll see, because there's still a lot of growing to be done, but for the moment I have escaped them. But yeah, still only 30 weeks. The baby's got to grow like 2 more times its body size, so anything could happen. So that is my 29-week summary. I am going to crack on with my baby list now, because I have been stressing about it, just really stupid, but just not being able to get anything done. It was really stressing me out. And Morgan said last night, well, why don't you just let me do it and I'll look for all the stuff and then you can look at it afterwards. But I am too much of a control freak to let him do that. It's just not possible in my mind because he has no idea what we need or want, or what preferences of things might be better for the baby, and things that I've already looked up. Like, I'm not super fussy. I'm not going to use cloth nappies. I don't think I just don't feel like I have the will to see that through for a first baby. But I will look into getting like more economical, environmentally friendly nappies, because that is something that I'm quite concerned about in general. But yeah, I've done a lot of research and a lot of reading about different topics and different items, so I can't just let him like make a random list of stuff, because I know it's just not going to be what I want. I'd rather do it with him. But I'm going to make a start on it anyway, and then hopefully I'll feel like I'm in a better position by the weekend. And yeah, that's my plan. Next week I've got several appointments, and oh my goodness, so the antenatal classes have totally been changed because of lockdown, which is something that I was worrying about last week, and I found out that it was true. I haven't missed any. Me and Morgan are going next Friday, not this Friday, I think it's next Friday, to the hospital together to do 2-on-1, so us and the midwife, private lessons, which is awesome, but also like it's not in a group, so that sucks. And then half of them are on WhatsApp, and the ones who are on WhatsApp, some of them he needs to be a part of and some of them he doesn't, but they haven't been organised yet, so that needs to go on my list to make sure that I speak to the midwife about that if she doesn't call me. and the rest of them are later on in the year or in January, so I'm hoping by that point they'll decide to bring them back into the classroom, but who knows what's going to happen. But at least I haven't missed any, so I'm really looking forward to starting at least one of them and feeling like doing something with Morgan as well, because for him he's talking to the baby more, but obviously it's weird for him. He's like on the outside and he feels totally helpless when I'm sick, and I want him to be a part of stuff, so I think doing these classes together will be really good for him to feel prepared as well. I feel like we're doing it together because we are. Yeah, so looking forward to those. I'll probably post another video before I do it next week because it's not till Friday afternoon. So yeah, I'm gonna have a report for a few weeks. Anyway, that is all for this week, and I will speak to you next week. So don't forget to subscribe if you want to. Look at my finger now. Subscribe if you want to listen every week and you don't want to miss any. Sorry, it's been napping again. And yeah, you can follow me on Instagram. It's at the Saint Trainer, or on Facebook. I'm not really posting that much on Facebook at the moment because I haven't really been doing a lot. But yeah, follow and comment, and see you next week. Bye.